Riley, I honestly can't believe you're this stupid. I really can't. I Okay, guys. I want to be honest. I did not know what I was gonna put today or a Monday today when what you know what I mean. I really didn't because, like I said, I do try and keep my stuff factual. And I admit this is gonna be more opinion based and than because I have no facts. I can't. I've never seen this really done like he claims it has been. But oh my god, the stupidity! I honestly, the reason why this didn't come out Friday in this format, the way I'm doing it now, is because I was looking for. I found like Tomasawa, who basically Tomasawa, I don't know how you pronounce his name, who breaks this down. I was looking up. I think Peter Schiff who also does it. I forget all the others. I was F.A. Hayek, not Hayek. John Maynard Keynes, I believe. F.A. Hayek. Sorry, Hayek. I just basically just debunking it, and then but I was thinking, you know what? Rather than just he put no effort into proving anything he says. Really, he's just gonna go to some super biased website, post it in there, leave it at that. That's it. Fine. That's pretty much what I thought was fine. Okay, he doesn't have to put any thought. Why the hell am I gonna put anything? Because it is literally just me spending hours and hours. I mean, I hit up someone I know who listens to Peter Schiff all the damn time. Loves economics. Not just Peter Schiff, but other economists. Just at work in the back, doing whatever he does. Just headphones in, not dealing with customers because you don't have to, obviously, and just listen to economists just ramble on all day. He found this so stupid. He found it so stupid. He didn't even give me exactly what I asked for. He gave me like a few points. 1 point, really. It was really more than enough, but I was like, okay. Because it was like, I don't even have to listen. It was like, it was basically just this guy's so goddamn stupid. I'm not going to put the brain power into this. And that's basically when he gave me that, I was like, yeah, why am I going to put all my brain, all this, why am I going to go look up all these unbiased sources? Why am I going to look up this country did this, and then their method? I looked into it a little bit, obviously, and like I said before, I can't really link it. I'm just like, you know what, no, I'm not going to bother saving these links, trying to remember where the hell that part was, just so I can quote it or show it, quote it, and so on. It's like, no, he's just sitting here in front of his couch, whatever that is, couch, and just spouting off. So why can't I? Why can't I do my little opinion video? So please forgive me. I realize this is not the best, but for the love of, I am so sorry. Just work with me, guys, please. I'm sorry, but anyway. So he goes on, and this one I'm gonna have to go from memory because obviously I don't want to scroll through all that much. I might anyway, but I obviously can't play the video. Riley, first of all, yes, UBI has been tried from what I know in other countries. I don't know about the U.S., but in those countries it was very selective. It was actually more for people who weren't working, who were retired, or people who were completely unable to work, basically, for whatever means. Very similar to what we have here. I forgot the exception. There was a few things that were different, but for the majority of people were working. You were talking about how the government should just write a check to anybody regardless of their income. Okay, so if it's regardless of income, does this mean you feel the government should also pay the rich, give the rich that paycheck? Because it obviously be a form of discrimination. Now, keep in mind, I'm sure you're saying this is something you want implemented under a far left president, or whatever the person in charge of the country might be. If so, then that tells me that you would want Trump to have the ability to discriminate on who should and shouldn't get that money. I'm wondering, is that really what you want? Because the second you give a body that type of power over even if it's a person you agree with, eventually it's going to be someone you don't agree with. And are you going to still be okay with that type of discrimination? And let's see, another one. Oh, you were saying about how, if you don't want to see other people doing okay, or how we should all try and help each other and all that. Let me see. Oh yeah, you're saying about how we should all try and help each other and so on. Fine. What do you do? I post videos of me doing my donations. I actually got to upload. I need to upload another one that I took, a more recent one that I did. But I at least do my part to help out other people. I use my money from the job that I go to. My YouTube isn't monetized. I don't have PayPal. I don't have AdSense. I don't have any of that. I'm making nothing on YouTube. So if you see ads, please let me know, guys. Because yeah, I shouldn't have any ads aside from the ones YouTube puts there. But I'm not making any money off of these. I have a job. Even if I could, I would not, because I don't agree with what YouTube does. I don't agree with what PayPal is doing to people like Sargon Makata, or Lauren Southers. I don't agree with that. Therefore, I am not going to give them my business, and if that means I lose out on money, I'm willing to bite that bullet. That's fine. I would rather keep my morals and my ethics than make a couple of bucks. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone's like, "Hey, look, here's a," I don't know, so this whatever it is for donations, then fine. And I would even do my videos of what I made in those donations and what I'm buying to donate, just to say this is where your money's going. Because again, I'm just gonna work. You're right. There are people who would work under this system. I guarantee you, though, if I started a company and I got rich, I wouldn't be working. Well, I would have to actually, because that's if you own a company. Oh, you know, I'll get into this later. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, we do want everyone to be okay. Your whole thing, oh, if you don't want that, then, you know, oh, then you have bigger problems than what I can do in this video. Okay, cool. I get it. Somebody wants to see people hurt. Yeah, you're right. I'll agree with you. But is it practical? How practical is it? You can't feed the world. That's the whole problem. What I do is I take, you know, plushies and stuff like that to schools and everything like that. I do all that. It costs money, but I do it. What do you do? And I realize I already said that, but that's the whole point is it costs me money. I can't keep doing it. I can only do it for 2 holidays out of the year. I would love to just be able to take some every damn month, but I can't. I don't have that kind of money. You, however, at least have, you know, you have your PayPal, your Patreon, your AdSense. What do you do? These are very simple videos. I know, because this is the kind of style I'm doing. It's a very simple video. You can maybe do a script, you go at it, boom, done. There's no editing, there's nothing to it. Well, you do a lot of editing, but still. Let's see, what else? Oh, you're saying about how everyone, also, you're going into some about how people should just get and all that. Does this mean illegals too? People who don't really need to care to work and all that? Why should other people be taxed? Have their taxes increased? Because, I mean, think about it. If everybody... yeah, I assume you mean illegals. I'm sorry. You saying that sitting there, oh, there might be some people who don't work because they don't have to, but a majority of people would. Not true. There was a college professor who graded people on a curve. The ones who were doing the best had the highest grades for a little bit, and then the ones who were slacking, the ones who didn't care, who didn't do anything, saw they're getting better grades. The slackers, eventually they just realized, hey, I'm getting the same grade no matter what, so they just quit because, again, they're slackers. And then the ones who were trying, who were failing because they were doing everything they could and they were still failing, quit. They just stopped, and then eventually he had the entire class failing. But it was a type of social experiment this professor did. He proved you wrong. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about... You're saying the thing about, oh, well, we can just take money from the rich because, as you say here, they have so much money they don't know what to do with it. Bullshit. First of all, if you're starting off like with where I am, just somewhere in the bottom, I guess, middle, bottom, wherever, I don't know, whatever. What's the point of getting rich if you know some asshole like you is gonna come over and say, hey, you should just, you know, I'm tired of seeing your damn face. You know, oh, hey, these people have a right to your money. What's the point? What's the point of getting rich if you know someone else is gonna be like, hey, I have a right to that guy's money. I have a right to your money. I have a right to her money. What's the point? Why struggle? Why do it? And you go on about machines taking up jobs and so on. That was the same argument that happened during the Industrial Revolution. You're right. there were a lot of people who lost jobs. And then they found better jobs. That's the way it works. If I'm sorry, if some machine takes a a cash register job or cashier's job, I'm not really gonna feel that bad. It's a cashier. Yes, it's cheaper that way. Yes, it's probably just as efficient to do it like that. Then you can actually open up better jobs. You can open up to where people have to repair said machines, or some supervisor, or somebody who can maybe someone who's repairing the machine can obviously think of, hey, why don't we create this part, a better part? They can do that in their free time, their days off. But that's the whole thing. Specialty jobs do require more. So, for example, cake decorating, like you can go to any freaking, I guess like Walmart or something like that, where they just have to take cake decorating. Most of those jobs start off at $19 an hour, $19 to $20 an hour. It's a trade skill. Decorating a cake, $20 an hour. Pharmacy techs, I think the starting pay is like $14 an hour. Let's see. Don't get me wrong, you have to go to all kinds of classes and stuff like that to get certified for the cake. Or you can take your PTCB exam, pass that with like a 64, I think, become a pharmacy tech. But it still takes a lot of studying. You want to become a pharmacist and get more money, then obviously you need to go to school and all that for that. Still, the whole thing is, it's what you're saying is just... And I'm sorry, where do you get the money? If more and more people, if this, like I said, this professor proved you wrong, where are you going to get the money once everybody stops? Once people are like, what's the point? I'm getting rich and they're taking most of my paycheck because this guy says, oh, I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. No, it's because they can't use it. I worked 3 jobs before to make money. Not because, oh, I was struggling, because I wanted to make money. Yes. Guess what? I never was able to spend it. I had a job for bills, I had another job for savings, and I had the last one for me to use it. I never got to use it. I just divided that in half, put it into both, done. I kept like $20 on myself so I can have something from lunch and maybe buy whatever. That was it. I worked at one store, actually we did sell games, movies, stuff like that. I would sometimes use money for that while I was like, oh, I want to get this. Because it was something I really wanted. But I never got to use the stuff I bought. Anyway, rich people don't have time. I have, I guess, in-laws. My brother's married. I would say in-laws, who own businesses. And one of them doesn't get home until like midnight. He gets to eat, spend some time with his wife, barely any time, go to bed. Probably goes to bed, let's say at 1 o'clock in the morning, because he gets home. Has to get up maybe, I think, sometimes like at 8, 9 in the morning to go back to what he was doing for his business. He has to run everything. Think of I don't know when the last time you had a real job was, but think of when you went to your job and you had your manager. You had your manager who had a higher manager. That higher manager who had another higher manager. And it went all the way up until the owner. So all the BS that you hate at the bottom, the guy who runs the place is going to have to deal with it. So let's say somebody gets hurt. Hopefully no one gets hurt, obviously, on the job, but it does happen. Obviously. It's going to start from that one manager, store manager, go up to corporate, go up to the owner, or whatever. It's going to go from, let's say, type of sexual harassment. That complaint's going to go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. When you start a business, you have to have a building. You have to pay bills on said building. You have to pay said employees. You have to pay for the water. Well, that's a part of the bills, but still, the water for when customers go to the bathroom. For your employees. Everything. If you run a business, you are the last person to get paid. You do at least 16-hour work shifts, or days, basically. And you're the last one to get paid. You may not even get paid sometimes because you have to make sure your employees get paid. If they don't, you're in legal trouble. Ugh. The only place I've ever heard of people not getting paid and it being legal was in a seriously corrupt country with extreme socialism. Probably, I think more closer to, actually, I would say communism. So definitely different than what you're saying, but not much different. One is just, government's taking money from companies and keeping it for itself so it can help people. The other is, or so the government can help people. The other is government taking money from business and redistributing it to other people. It's basically the same shit. I mean, either way, you're giving the government power. It's not much different. Anyone who's an actual economist can tell you, even if you look it up, the definition is really not all that different. You're still giving the government more power than they should have. I'm not saying pure capitalism is the way to go, obviously. You need some regulations, I'll give you that, but still. Like, oh my god. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm sorry for this rant. I know this is going on for 15 minutes. You know what? I'm just gonna... I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry. It's stupidity and it's annoying. It hurts my head. Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Agree with me, don't agree with me, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.